Hi, I'm Diana. Today we're going to make a really quick dinner cheeseburger French fry pie. And when I say quick, I mean it's quick to put it in the oven, then you let it in the oven for an hour and you walk away, do whatever else, come back, dinner is served. So, the ingredients for this are 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 Vidalia onion, American cheese, your choice. I like to use clear-filled white American because it's nice and creamy. And a can of cream of celery or mushroom soup. My husband doesn't eat mushrooms. Cream of celery it is. Then we have a bag of French fries. Just frozen French fries. I like the extra crispy fast food fries. You can use thin fries, thick fries, whatever you want. I have not tried it with tater tots, but I'm sure that would be perfectly fine too. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to dice our onion. And this only calls for half an onion. One little trick that I usually do, and I had forgotten today, is having a little trash bin. So when you're cutting, it makes it much easier to have a trash bin that you can put all your scraps in, and it doesn't clutter up your countertop and makes it super easy to throw away or compost or whatever you're going to do. So since we're only using half an onion, I will peel half an onion. And the proper way to chop an onion, hand up here, hold your knife like this. You want to have it nice and tight. You don't want your finger up here. And be very careful. And then come down here very carefully like that. Turn your onion. You have the claw here. And you really want to have your knife against that to protect your fingers, kind of curl in. I'm not the greatest at that yet. Then you cut it in this direction, so you get tiny little pieces of onion, little dice, and you can make this whatever size you need. Then when you get to the end of the onion, I like to take it like this, and like that, and get rid of the core. Okay, so there's our onion. That was the hard part of this recipe. Okay, put my knife back here. Now, I'm going to take my baking dish, and I have 2 pounds of ground beef here. I actually bought a 10-pound bag of ground beef so I can freeze some. And it's all kind of, there we go, mixed together. Now, at this point, if you wanted to, you could also add onion powder. You could use dried minced onion if you prefer. Just drop the onion in and mix it with your clean hands. And it's up to you how much onion your family likes. Doesn't bother us at all. We like onion, and it makes your house smell delicious. We all know how well onion cooking smells. Get rid of this. Okay. Now we're just going to combine this. I need a little salt and pepper. Let me wash my hands. I always forget to get my salt and pepper out before I make my hands messy. So here we have salt and pepper. And this is to taste. Keep in mind the soup will have salt in it. I like a lot of pepper. But you do want to flavor the beef well. Okay. Now, since I salt and peppered it, now I'm going to mix again. And I'm going to spread it on the bottom of the pan. And if you need a little extra ground beef because your family's 5 people instead of 4, I think this actually cuts into, well, realistic portions, 6, but you can easily get 9 out of it if you cut them a little less. If you have boys in your family, add extra meat. Okay, so this is fairly mixed. Okay, wash my hands again. Okay, so remember, after you use any kind of meat in the kitchen, you want to always wash your hands well. So now I have a nice pull top on my soup. So we're going to open that. And I don't know about you, but I grew up not wasting anything. So, have that all ready to go. And we are going to take our cheese and you just lay it on here. Like this. If you need to break some up into little pieces for the edges, go ahead and do that. I like it cheesy, so I make sure everything is covered. Okay, put that one there, put that there. That'll be an extra cheesy piece right there. Okay, now, almost done. We're going to take our soup and pour it over the top. Be careful of the sharp edges, but do go in there and scoop out the sides of the can. Again, I use everything. But these cans will cut your spatula, so don't use your favorite one, and be careful. Okay. Set that aside. Now we have an offset spatula. Just like you're icing a cake, you want to take this, spread it out, put your cheese back if it sticks to it. Make sure everything is covered. I can't do it left-handed, so I'm going to spin this. Okay. Now we have everything covered. Right there. Guess what's next? Every kid's favorite food, French fries. Every mom's probably saving grace here. So now they are still frozen. You just take the whole bag and dump. Spread these out. And most of the times, These are salted already, so you do not have to salt this part. And we are just going to put this in the oven just like this, and we're going to bake it at 350. I've had my oven on for about half an hour preheating. You should always preheat your oven for a while so the sides and everything are equally hot. And I'm going to stick this in the oven, and we're going to come back when it's done, and you'll see cheeseburger French fry pie. So there's a little story behind the cheeseburger French fry pie. My mother-in-law, who I was very, very close to for 7.5 years before we lost her to cancer, she would make this. This was one of my husband's, might still be one of my husband's absolute favorite meals. No matter what I make, he asks for this cheeseburger French fry pie all the time. And I wouldn't eat it. I was like, I'm not big on beef. I don't really like cheeseburgers, you know, like, this isn't my thing. And this was, you know, 25 years ago. So I refused to eat it. I would always eat cereal or something else when they had this. And after she passed away and we moved to a new house and I started doing a lot more cooking, he's like, can you try to make my mom's cheeseburger French fry pie? There has to be the recipe somewhere. And this is all it is, you know, it's so easy. I'm like, okay. So I made it, and I'm like, he can't eat this whole tray. Like, this is our dinner. So I tried it, and he was right. I will go on camera. He was right. It's very good. It's that kind of thing, like when you smell it, you're like, oh, now I'm really hungry. You know, like this smells so good. And like I said, it's not pretty. It's not the most beautiful dish you're ever gonna have. It's not elegant or fancy or full of techniques or anything like that. But it's quick to put together, and it goes into the oven for an hour, and you can do whatever you want, and it comes out, and you have this food that's going to fill you up, and you're going to really love it. It's going to be hard to stop eating it because it's so good. And let me tell you, you have boys in your house, it is man food. I'll eat it too, I love it, but it is total man food. They will love it. This is the perfect thing to make your boys when they come home from football practice. When they bring their friends over, make 2. But highly recommend. Anyway, I thank my mother-in-law for this, and I wish she was here to see that I eat it and make it for my husband now. And I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Okay, it has been 55 minutes on convection, so it's actually a little bit more than what you would normally cook it at if you're cooking it at the regular 350 non-convection. Because when you use convection, you actually cut back your time or your temperature or both a little bit. I just wanted really crispy French fries because they're super yummy that way. So let me pull this out of the oven. Okay. And there we have our cheeseburger French fry pie. I like to leave it sit just a minute till it stops bubbling. You can see it there. Okay, so our cheeseburger French fry pie has rested, and I'm going to just, if you cut it like this, you get 6 really nice sized pieces, or you can cut it a little smaller and get maybe 8 or 9. So I'm going to just cut this in here, because we are super hungry. Cut this in half. There is our cheeseburger French fry pie. It is not the prettiest dish you're gonna ever see. But it sure does taste good. Oh, that's hot. So here you can see we have the cheese is melted, the soup has cooked down, and the beef has cooked through. All the onions are cooked through, and the French fries are nice and crispy. Get a little beef in here. That crispy French fry. Mm. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Dinner is served. You had 10 minutes of work. Go feed everybody at the table. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. You can find the recipe for my cheeseburger French fry pie over on my website and my blog, escapetothekitchen.com. That is escape, the number 2, thekitchen.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.